Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called All Day and All the Night by the Kinks. And it starts out with this cool little lick, and you could kind of hit just the first fret on the low E string to kind of kick off this first lick. But then we go to the third fret on the low E string twice, and then go to first fret on the low E string twice, and then we go to the first fret on the A string 3 times, and then we go back to the third fret on the low E string. So going F, G, G, F, F, B flat, G, F, G, G, F, F, B flat, G is kind of that main lick. And you could kind of back that up with power chords if you wanted to. You could start on a G5 power chord by doing first finger on the low E string 3rd fret, third finger on the A string on the 5th fret, and if you strum the E and the A string together, that sounds a G5 power chord. And if you took that shape and kind of slid it down 2 frets to an F note, that would be an F5 power chord. And kind of back up that F note. And then if you took that shape and kind of switched strings to the A and the D string, that sounds a B flat 5 power chord. So you could kind of take power chords as kind of an idea to kind of back up that intro lick. And randomly, another way to play B flat major, instead of doing the 1st fret, you could kind of take that G shape and slide it to 6th fret on the low E string. So now I got 6th on the low E, 8th fret on the A string, kind of for that B flat. So you could kind of just make it a slide shape on 2 string idea. Kind of that F, G, G, F, F, B flat, G, F, G, G, F, F, B flat, G, if that's a little bit easier to kind of work that lick. Now the chords, if you wanted to kind of back this up with a chord, you could kind of work it as a G major chord. And when you play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and third finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd, kind of working the G major that way. Or if you're digging on bar chord shapes, you could kind of do this as a 3rd fret bar, second finger on the G string 4th fret, third finger on the A string on the 5th fret, and the pinky on the D string 5th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, kind of working as a bar shape. And then from that G, we could back up the F note with an F major chord, where you take the G idea and kind of slide it down 2 frets, and that sounds an F major bar chord. And then for the B flat note, we could kind of take that same shape and slide it up to 6th fret for kind of a B flat major. Or if you want to kind of stay in one position, you can kind of work it as a first. So you could kind of work that B flat as a 1st fret bar, 3rd finger of the D, G, and B, you can kind of work it that way. Or you could kind of work that slide idea too. So kind of that F, G, G, F, F, B flat, G, F, G, G, F, F, B flat, G is kind of that main deal. And you could work that with kind of a down idea, kind of on the chords. Follow the lick. Or a lot of times with a song like this, I like to add a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So you could kind of work it into the song that way, kind of a G with a down, down, up, F with a down, down, up, and then the B flat with a down, down, and then hit the G for the up, down, kind of a strum idea. So G, down, up, F, down, up, B flat, down, G, up, down, G, down, up, F, down, up, B flat, down, G, up, down, up. It may feel a little bit better to do the B flat with kind of a down, up, down, and then hit the G with your up, down. So you have G, down, up, F, down, up, B flat, G, working that for our intro, and we get into our main verse chorus. We do that progression 4 times, and then we hit a B flat kind of with our whole strum pattern, and then an F with our whole pattern. But then that whole idea of that intro lick gets sequenced to an A note. So if you wanted to just kind of follow the bass notes for that, you'd have kind of 5 on the low E for the 5, 5, and then 3 on the low E, and then 3 on the A string, and then 5 on the low E. So it's kind of taking that idea and just kind of moving it over a few frets. So you got A, G, G, C, 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 A, C, or you could work it as 5, 5, 3, 3, and then slide to 8th fret for the C, 8, 8, 8, 5. And you could back that up with power chords too. And you use the A5 power chord with first finger on the low E string 5th, third finger on the A string 7, it's kind of your A5. And then you can slide that shape down 2 fret for the G5. And then you could either switch strings to the A and the D string for a C5 power chord, or you could just slide that up to 8 and 10, kind of working that low E string slide idea. So you'd have A, G, G, C, 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 A, kind of through that part. Or you could back it up with an A major chord. And the way you play A major, you could work the bar shapes we've been doing, where you do 5th fret as a bar, 2nd on the G string 6th fret, 3rd finger on the A string 7, and the pinky on the D string 7, and kind of work with the A there. And you can even back up that lick that way by doing the A major to the G major as a bar, and then you can kind of use that B flat shape to get a C major chord, kind of doing double bars. So first finger over the 3rd fret, 3rd finger over D, G, and B on the 5th fret. Or you could even take that other shape that we were doing, kind of that F shape, and slide it up to 8th fret for your C, and then back to 5th. So you'd have A, G, G, C, 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 A through that part. Or if you wanted to, you could even kind of use an A major chord. And when you play A major in root position, you got first on the D string 2nd, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd, and 3rd finger on the B string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And you can kind of work that A to a G chord, and then go to a C major in root position, where you do first finger on the B string 1st, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd, and kind of work that for your C chord. So you could kind of work it that way as kind of an A, down, up, G, down, up, C, up, down, A, up, down, up, A, down, up, G, down, up, C, up, down, A, up, down. And then from there, then that same idea gets moved by another string. so instead of working the low E string for an A note, then we move it to a D note. So you could kind of work 5th fret on the A string, to 3rd fret on the A string, to 3rd on the D string, and then back to the 5th on the A. So now we're going D, D, C, C, F, 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 D, 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 C, C, F, 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 D. And you could work that as kind of a D major idea, and you could do that as kind of that double bar idea, kind of 5th fret for the first finger, 3rd finger for the D, G, and B for the D. And then from the D, then for the C chord, you could slide it down 2 frets, and then you can go to the F major chord, and then back to the D major. So if you're kind of looking for chord ways to work it, you'd have D, D, C, C, F, 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 D, or you could even do an F major chord by sliding that double bar shape up to 8th and 10th fret. So that might be kind of cool too. So you have D, D, C, C, F, D, 5, 3, 8, 5, kind of following the A string. Or you could use a root position D. And when you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord. It sounds really, really happy. So you could work the D to the C to the F, and then back to the D. So if you're kind of digging on the strumming idea, kind of D, down, up, C, down, up, F, up, down, D, up, down, up, D, down, up, C, down, up, F, up, down, D, up, down, up, D, down, up, C, down, up, F, up, down, D, up, down. So there's a lot of different ways you could kind of work it. But to take it from the very beginning, actually, through that whole verse chorus, we kind of start off with our intro idea, kind of G, G, F, B flat, 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 G, and then we got our waiting B flat, F, and then we sequence things to the A, G, and then C, A, and then we go to the D, D, C, F, D, D, C, F, D, D, C, F, D, D, C, F, D. And then from there, then we'd be repeating that verse chorus. Now, something else you may want to add into it too, especially if you're digging on the strumming, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, you can throw in a bass note. So on the G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the B flat, you'd have the A bass, unless you're doing the low E string, B flat, so working that 6th fret bar with the low E bass. On the A, you'd have the A for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the D in root position, you have the D string for the bass. If you're doing that bar, it'd be the A string for the bass. So, kind of adding in some basses in some places. You'd have this. Then we'd have the G, F, B flat, G, 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 B flat, and A, G, C, A, and our D, C, F, D, D, C, F, D. Hear this cool little lick where we kind of do that D, D, C, and then it kind of ends on the F, but then you kind of come back for another D note, and then we start our solo, which is kind of like our intro part. And we end up kind of repeating G, F, and B flat 5 times. G, E, F, F, B flat, G, G, E, F, F, B flat, G. So 3 times, 4 times. Verse chorus. So we're back to our G, B flat, G, G, F, B flat, G, G, F, B flat, G, F, B flat, G, and B flat, F, A, D, C, A, and D, C, F, D, D, C. And then we go to D, kind of at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you could play All Day and All the Night by the Kinks. So good luck!